Hello guys, thanks for joining this session. In this session, we will learn about how the AWS infrastructure is being set up. But prior to going into the detailed discussion about AWS cloud infrastructure setup, I wanted to make you understand about what is cloud computing is. So to understand that, let's look into a diagram. So basically, cloud computing, you can understand it as a group of shared physical resources made available to enable consumption of compute and storage capacity on a need basis using internet. These shared resources can be located in multiple locations across the globe that enable accelerated access to the cloud resources like servers, databases, and other managed services. Now let's understand about AWS cloud infrastructure setup. But prior to going into detailed discussion about AWS global infrastructure, let's understand that why cloud infrastructure matters. Companies around the world are moving to a cloud-based infrastructure to increase IT agility, gain unlimited scalability, improve reliability, and lower costs. These companies want the flexibility to expand their operations at a rapid pace without worrying about setting up new IT infrastructure. As you know that setting up an IT infrastructure is a costly affair, and the reason behind is that they want to enhance their end user and customer experience by minimizing the latency and the time it takes for their data packet to travel so they can avoid delay and interruption. So now let's understand about AWS Global Infrastructure. The AWS Global Infrastructure is designed and built to deliver the most flexible, reliable, scalable, and secure cloud computing environment with the highest quality global network performance available today. That's the reason Amazon is major player in cloud space. The AWS Global Infrastructure setup has 22 geographical regions. In this diagram, regions is represented with the blue dots and the orange dots is upcoming regions. And these regions has multiple availability zones. Availability zones are designed for physical redundancy and provide resilience, which enables uninterrupted performance even in the event of power outage, internet downtime, floods, and any natural disasters. So let's zoom into the diagram. So here you will find that it has 6 availability zones, this region, and this is a representation of North Virginia region of Amazon AWS cloud. So basically availability zones are data center in a region. These availability zones have the actual physical resources for cloud services. The availability zones are interconnected via high-speed LAN to enable fault tolerance and high availability. So if in case one availability zone is shut down due to any reason, at least another availability zone is available to share the load. Now there is another term that is called edge locations. Edge locations can be seen as servers kept geographically closer to users. These servers can act as a cache storage that enable faster transaction of frequently accessed data. Transfer acceleration technique is used to provide faster data transaction of new data. So you must be asking that what is the benefit of all these setups? The benefit we will get from this setup is high performance, high availability, security, high reliability, along with the capability of scalability. You can scale your application anytime with any number of instances as per your need and as per your load of the application. And all these will coming with the low cost. As I already discussed with you in our earlier session, set up all this, we need a data center. And to set up the data center, it is very costly affairs because hardware cost and the maintenance of hardware cost is very high, and if you are a growing business you can't think of. So now enough of talk, let's jump into AWS Management Console, from where I can show you how you can choose the regions and how it look like. If you are confused about these jargons, don't worry, you are going to learn all these in the upcoming session. So we are into AWS Management Console. AWS Management Console is one of the interface by which you can interact with the AWS resources. I have a detailed discussion or say detailed session on AWS Management Console. For a time being, you just consider it. By using AWS Management Console, you can play with AWS resources. Now coming back to the topic, if you want to know which regions we are currently belongs to in AWS Management Console, then you should look into this extreme right, and here you will find that North Virginia region So it is telling that we are into North Virginia region. If you want to change the regions, then you come here, click here, and you can change anywhere. So it is always preferable to choose whichever your nearest location is. For example, for my case, mine is Asia Pacific, Mumbai. So I will choose Mumbai, which is nearest to my location. So now you understand about where to find regions in AWS Management Console and how to change it. Now moving further, how do we identify how many availability zones are available? So the easiest way is to identify the availability zone. You should come here and within compute option, you will click on EC2 and it will take us to the EC2 Management Console. And here you will find that we have total number of 3 availability zone in the Asia Pacific region. But if you will change it to the North Virginia region, you will find that it is going to be changed to 6. So let's look into that. So here you will find that we are into US East North Virginia region and we have total number of 6 availability zones. So this is the way you can identify the regions as well as the availability zones. So you must remember these two terms because you are going to hear about these terms frequently in our upcoming sessions. So on this note, I am closing this session. See you in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Take care.